All right, here with my man Benji. How are you doing? How's everything going?
Doing great, phenomenal. The weather's hot, but we good. How about you?
Nice, nice. I'm chilling. Same old shit. Coach life. You know how that goes.
Yeah, yeah, man, busy.
How you like it out there in
How's that?
Atlanta?
How's that been go? How's that been going for you though?
What, coaching? You know how it is.
Yeah,
People come, people go, but my steady few, they doing all right.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
doing
yeah.
all right.
All right.
We trying to
Any
get them in
amateur
line.
fights coming up?
We trying to get them in line. They gotta get ready and stop being big backs, but they'll be all right.
I'm telling you, man, when it comes to this boxing sport, a lot of people don't know, but it does take a lot of discipline. A
Yeah,
lot of discipline.
yeah.
From my short, I only had a short career as an amateur. I didn't really get anywhere, but well, for one thing, I can tell you is staying away from the streets, staying away from them parties, staying away from the girls, staying away from your friends.
Facts.
That shit matters.
Yeah, it does.
And getting the miles in, that's homework. Yeah, you train at the gym for 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
but after that, you gotta do that homework. I used
Got
to run
to.
5 miles. I used to run 5 miles every other day. Um, but yeah, man, one of the biggest thing is you might not get that support you want. You might be a loner in the game,
Facts.
you know. So, but I hope them fighters see this and they know that they need to get their shit together, basically.
Yeah, yeah, you can't cheat this shit. You gotta take it home with you.
Nah,
You gotta do it day in, day out.
yeah, man. Like, not for nothing, but there's many boxers in this country, and out of all those boxers, only a few make it. You
Facts.
know, you know, me and you both seen fighters like Cool Boy and
Hmm.
Boots at the gym, in and out, probably twice a day, 3 times a day. So
Yeah,
yeah, so but
yeah. To be
they'll
at
get
that,
it, man.
to be at that highest level, you gotta put the work in. You can't cheat that shit.
Yeah, man. Hopefully,
Speaking of which,
they know that.
they'll figure it out soon enough. If not, then the sport ain't for them.
The train don't wait for no one. I'm gonna tell you
Nope.
that from experience. That thing goes. That
Yeah,
thing just
yeah.
goes. You
It
gotta,
just
you
keeps
gotta
moving.
stay. Yeah, man.
Speaking of which, you seen the news on this trans boxer winning the women's Olympics? What's your
Bro, I
thoughts
just,
on that? Because
you
people might
know,
know how I feel, but
it's a tough subject for most, but for us, this is not a sport you play with.
no,
It's not football. It's not basketball. You don't, like Danny Garcia said many times, you don't play boxing.
right.
You can get hurt. We have boxers who have gotten injured and then end up in a coma.
Hmm.
And somebody, the Puerto Rican boxer. And now he became
Yep.
a vegetable for a little bit. They're trying to get him back. Boxers who die.
Right.
This is not a game. I know in the past I've seen interviews where people have said that Serena Williams is the best athlete ever.
Right.
But herself, she said that if she was to go up against a man in the sport, that she would lose.
Right.
You know, um, here to say that men do hit harder.
Right.
There's a few women that we know that hit hard,
Right. Right.
but let me just give you an example. Clarissa Shields,
Right.
she calls out men, but then we see her get dropped in sparring.
Right.
It's a different ball game. I'm not happy with it at all.
And as far as that goes, talking about Clarissa calling out men, if they was to fight in their weight class, she just went up to heavyweight 175. Would Clarissa fight better be it? Exactly. It doesn't
Come
make
on.
sense.
No, and
None of it
not
makes
and not only
sense.
that, we're talking 3 minute rounds.
Right.
We're talking about 12 rounds.
Right.
You know,
Which I think women
uh,
can do amongst themselves. Women should be at 3 minute
yeah.
rounds, 12
I
rounds.
know
But
that Amanda Serrano had mentioned that she wanted a rematch with the one I forgot her name, but she
Katie
wanted a
Taylor, I
rematch.
believe.
Yeah, Katie Taylor.
Hmm.
She said, "Let's do it at 3 minute rounds, 12 round," and Katie Taylor said no.
She said, no, I'm good.
Right there,
She said,
live. She
no.
said, "No, I can't do it."
Right.
And
I mean, she
you
honest
know,
though. That's fine. That's fine.
hmm
Just be real. Be real with yourself. Like at the end of the
yeah,
day, I don't think there's a place for that in boxing. It's dangerous. It's dangerous enough. Like the sport is dangerous
right,
enough. Men are killing men. Anybody can get hurt in this sport. So
yeah,
to have a man go up against a woman is just not right. Like they either need their
yeah,
own lane or you got to go by what your biology says. If you got the XY, then you got to fight other men. point
Right. And
blank.
I'm okay with sparring sessions
Right,
because
right.
they're
It's
they're
control.
control. It's
Right,
control. But once you get in the ring and you put on those 8 ounce or 10 ounce gloves, you know, um, both sides want to win,
right,
and who wants it the most? It's a different story.
right. And the
Um,
intention is to go hurt that other person. So
exactly.
sparring is different.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, I have a conversation with friends about this. They say, "Oh, showing a person stop if they see them hurt." It's like, no, that's the referee's job
That's
to
the
stop
ref's
the
job.
fight.
Yep.
Each fighter's job is to win that fight, no matter what. It's like letting two dogs off the leash.
Right. Pretty much.
So,
And that's the mentality they gotta have.
yeah,
They have
and
to
that's
be
the
okay
winning
with hurting
mentality.
somebody. Yeah.
Exactly, it's the winning mentality. Unfortunately, it's the truth that you have to accept.
Right. And if you ain't with it, then you in the wrong sport.
You in the wrong sport. I'm telling you that. You can't even. You know, when I was younger in the amateur, they told me I smile too much. They made
Yeah.
me stop smiling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so they turn you into dogs, man. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, the smiling thing, I've seen some people that smile in that ring when it's time to turn that switch on and they start getting
Right.
excited. So
Tank
we
Tank Davis.
yeah, he smiles all the time right before he takes somebody out. Crawford, another one. We seen Boots in
Yeah.
there just having a good old time, laughing, and before he
Right.
knocks somebody the fuck out. So it's like,
Right.
I mean, that smiling shit don't always mean it's sweet.
Right. Right. Yeah. I had one of them old school Puerto Rican coaches that was smacking you in your face.
Yeah, yeah,
you know? Yeah, man. All
yeah.
right,
Nah,
shoot. So
that's crazy. But what card's coming up this weekend? We got this Terrence Crawford Madrimov card. Now, did you get a chance to look through the card?
now the most crazy part about this card is that yeah, Terrence Crawford's fighting, but we're more excited about the three fights before that.
Facts.
Well, we have Cruz fighting, we
Yeah.
have Andy Ruiz fighting, right?
Yep. Yep.
And who's the third fight that I wanted? The heavyweight, what's his name? The new
Big
upcoming
baby
guy.
Jared Anderson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, that guy is something special. Um, I would love to see him fight Wilder just because it builds experience.
Yeah. And that's
I just
still a
don't.
dangerous guy. It's still a
It's
dangerous
still a
guy.
dangerous guy. A lot of people still count him out, but you gotta understand them guys that he went against are also dangerous.
Right.
And
Right.
let's not forget that he knocked down Tyson Fury
Yeah. Twice, right?
twice.
Yeah.
Tyson Fury must have been on something to just get up
Well,
like that.
well,
You know.
we know about Tyson Fury's history.
Exactly, but it's still a good fight for him. It's a resume builder.
Yeah.
Um,
It'll
I
definitely
think
be
that
good.
I think it's a good fight. And also like not to like get off track, but I also feel like Berlanga should. I feel like he shouldn't took that fight yet versus Canelo.
Hmm. Yeah.
Not yet. What this remind me of? It remind me when Mayweather fought Canelo.
Hmm.
He's a young age. He's the up and coming guy.
I
You
mean, it
know,
might be a little different because Canelo already had like what 30 fights by that time.
well, yeah, because in Mexico they start early.
Yeah, that's true. I think he
You
started
know,
at like 15, 16, something
yeah,
crazy like
something
that.
like that. Yeah, they could go pro early. Over here, I believe you got to be 17 or 18,
17, I believe.
17 to go
Yeah.
pro. So, yeah, he had a bunch of fights. He probably fought a bunch of drunk guys from Guadalajara.
Fact.
Maybe the taco maker. Who
Fact.
knows? But, um, but two things can happen here. It might build Berlanga for a better, career. It might make him better. He might get better experience. I just feel as I'd rather see him fight. Dang, what's his name? White
Benavidez.
bull. No, the
Oh,
white
you talking
bull.
about Berlanga.
Caleb. No,
Caleb
Caleb
Plant.
Plant.
Yeah. Caleb Plant fighting Berlanga. Yeah.
Oh, I would like to see that fight because Caleb Plant is sweet. He's
No.
fast.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely that guy. Like, he's just a notch under, like, Canelo and maybe Benavidez. Just the two guys he lost to.
Yeah. But I'm hoping for the best. He's Puerto Rican, so I gotta root for the guy.
Yeah, good luck with that one. You
Yeah,
root
right.
for it.
I feel like it's a PBC thing. He got a couple fights in that contract.
Uh,
Well, I think it was 6, right?
yeah. Did he? Was
It
he with
might be.
PBC? No,
Yes,
he's
Canelo's with PBC,
Canelo. Yeah, yeah. Berlanga's
and
with
he
Top Rank, right?
top rank.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm sure that they probably gave him a 6-fight deal, and probably it's like just trying to get rid of the fights so you could get out of that contract.
yeah, yeah. It's like when a rapper put out bullshit albums to get out of their record deal.
Exactly, because I think the kid might be special. I just think it's too early.
It's definitely too early.
It's too early. So
Yeah,
it's a
but
lot. It's a
when that check come along, if somebody asks you to work overtime, you ain't gonna turn it down and say I want to do it next week. They're like it's not available next week. So
but he is. Hope that he gets prepared for it.
I mean,
It's
there's
like
only
if
so
he
much preparation you could do for experience. And
that, and that's the main point right there. Canelo got so much experience,
right,
and every time he fights someone, sometimes I lean towards the other guy, but he
right,
always proves me wrong.
right.
When he went up in weight class, when he had that fight with the Russian guy where he knocked him out with a straight hand, he was losing the fight prior to knocking him out.
The Russian
Uh,
guy,
I believe it was light heavyweight. Was it light heavyweight?
light heavy. Oh, I only remember his fight with Bivol at light heavy. Uh, I know it wasn't. Oh, Kovalev. Kovalev.
Overland.
Yep,
You know,
Kovalev.
let's be honest. Before that knockdown, he was tagging him up. But in boxing, one punch could change everything.
Yeah.
So, so it's that he got that dog in him. You saw when he fought Munguia,
Hmm.
early rounds Munguia's tagging him up, but they wasn't doing shit to him.
No, no. He was
And I
weathering the
even
storm.
think at one point he held him up.
Probably.
Like if you go back and look at the fight, Canelo throw his combination, and Mungai kind of and he
Hmm.
held them.
Right.
He held them. Like I'm like, oh, he might be looking out for his brother. The
Yeah,
boy from
carrying him a
Mexico. Who
little bit,
knows?
carrying him, make him
Yeah, yeah.
look a little better. And I think that was
Hmm.
Munguia's last fight on Golden Boy because he just left for Top Rank. So
Oh wow, he went to Top Rank.
yeah,
Damn, I'm not saying. I feel like Top Rank and Eddie Hearns are the only people really making fights right now.
yeah, yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it. They're the top two.
PBC got a lot of older fighters like Lara, Danny Garcia.
Right.
They got David, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, David.
they got
I
both
can't
Davids,
both
Benavidez and
Davids.
Morel.
Yeah, Morel. Like so,
Morel's like the
eventually, if they
youngest one.
can't, yeah, and eventually, if they can't get fights, they will walk
They're gonna
out.
bounce. Yeah,
They're gonna bounce because, and unfortunately, in this sport, inactivity is a boxer's biggest poison.
yeah, definitely is
You stay out that ring too long,
rusty.
then it's not gonna look the same, and we've seen this over and over and over.
Hmm. It always
So,
happens. Yeah, I mean,
but
the Canelo fight is nobody wanted this fight. Nobody wanted this shit.
they did,
Well, yeah, yeah. Berlanga
for
wanted
the
the check, and
paycheck,
Canelo wanted the easy dub.
easy win.
So, and I think he's
Now,
in that part of his career where he's just kind of doing as little as possible for the most money he can get out of it.
yeah, he's on his Mayweather era.
Yeah,
Just
he
gonna
earned
get
that right
money.
too.
Yeah, exactly. Like let's be real. Let's understand that once you start getting to the end of the career, you don't want to get hurt.
Right. You want to
You
enjoy
want
that
to
money.
you want to exit safely.
Right.
And Mayweather has said it many times. Maybe in a disrespectful way, but he did bring up Muhammad Ali and his Parkinson issues and whatever.
Right. Right.
I understand. Like a lot of fighters do get scared that something could happen.
Right.
I've even seen boxers at a younger age already punchy.
Right.
So from sparring.
Right. That's why there has to be control in sparring. You're gonna need the rounds. You got to get the rounds, but there has to be control there. Like some tech
Yeah.
sparring and only heavy sparring during like fight time. Other
Right,
than that,
right.
you gotta like some of these coaches just be all over. They just want their guys to go in there and knock each other's head off every week. It's like, no, you're gonna kill these guys' career in the gym, especially in Philly.
Yeah.
Especially in Philly, it seems to just
And
it's ego sparring, and I don't rock with that.
yeah. And what they're known for that even in the professional boxing world, they even know that Philly's a doghouse.
Right.
You know, kids get in there and they're fighting. They're not sparring. They're fighting. They're
They're
literally
fighting.
fighting.
Right.
Yeah.
Every
For
time.
what? To then meet each other at the amateurs.
Right. Meet
You
each other
know.
in the nationals and all that. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Yep.
that's an
Now,
old school thought process.
I I get it. I get it. It's like Philly's like that blue collar town, man. You know.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Everything
They're
is out
not
the mud.
playing. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean, but it might be time to stop that.
yeah. Yeah. Y'all can make that change. As coaches, y'all can definitely make that change.
Yeah, for sure.
You know. Because one thing I did realize from experience is that yeah, you guys are going out there beating each other up, but if you have control sparring, not only are you going to control your anxiety, you
Hmm.
almost become in sync with that person in front of you.
Right.
You know, you could just tell when he's about to punch. You could hear his breathing. You could tell if he's tired. Just when you're calm, you could just see things clear.
Right.
You go out there fighting like the old amateur point system where you're
Right.
just throwing punches and bunches and whatever lands now. Bro. You'll save
Yeah.
so much more energy just being relaxed. So
Yeah, for sure. Tell these guys all the time,
mhm.
stay calm, stay relaxed, all the time.
Now, the Benavidez guy, right? You know, I understand that everybody wants him to fight Canelo, and I feel like
Hmm.
that's like the center of attention right now. If I have a message for Benavidez, it's to just outdo Canelo. Do what
Hmm.
he's trying to accomplish because he's a bigger guy naturally. He was a fat kid,
Right.
you know. So I'm pretty sure he's not going to punch under all that. He could probably do what Canelo couldn't do is continue to go up and wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I think they say he's going to stay at 75. They said that's his
And
plan.
so he only has one belt at 160. Is that the
One, does he have one? Yeah, I think so. He only got one
just
at 168.
he only got one, so then he's trying to go up to 170, 175,
Right.
and then fight these guys at 75. They're dangerous. They're not sweet.
Yeah, very
It's,
dangerous. That last
it's
guy he fought,
dangerous.
he was punching on him. It looked like he ain't had no effect.
Yeah, that's why there's weight classes.
Right. So him being bigger might not really matter because if them punches not affecting those guys, he couldn't knock down this guy. What are you gonna do against Better Be Even Bivol?
Right. Remember, these guys got experience of getting punched on by people that weight already.
Right,
Matter of fact, people at a heavier weight, they come down to that weight.
right. They're probably like
Yeah.
210 naturally, and they coming
Right.
down to 175.
Yeah,
So
and that's a big thing right there that people don't. But the casual boxing fan don't understand this. That people who fight at 175 are coming down from another weight,
yeah,
you know, and
yeah,
then Benavidez is going up to 175.
right,
So he could possibly be walking around at 180 or 190.
right.
Who knows?
Yeah, it's gonna
Um,
be a tough ask for him. He's gonna have to figure something out because he's not gonna run into those guys and be successful at his current state right now because he didn't have a pop to take this guy out. So it's just like,
yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you one thing that I've been realizing lately that a lot of boxers get frustrated when they're not able to put down a guy. They already
hmm,
been used to knocking people out, and then they get frustrated. But one of the boxers that kind of like adapted to that is Mayweather.
right,
Mayweather didn't really have a pop when he came up in weight class.
right.
Like I don't think he really knocked anybody out after he went up in weight class, right?
Not since what, 40?
I don't believe so. But what he did is he adapted. He still made sure he boxed you. He still
Right,
made sure you didn't get near him.
right,
And there's a mistake that a lot of guys are making that they're okay. I can't knock this guy out, so we're gonna have to make this a technical fight.
right.
We're gonna have to make this a boxing match, and it's gonna have to be smart. Like even what's his name? Tank Davis had mentioned that if he was to fight Anu, the
Oh yeah,
Japanese guy,
anyway, yeah, anyway.
yeah,
Yeah,
that it will be a technical fight.
right,
He knows that. Just like when he fought Pitbull, he knew he couldn't knock Pitbull out
right. But
after
I mean,
everything he
I think
tried.
Tank could knock out anyway though, because anyway will be coming up.
Right, and a lot of people talking about that's a possibility, a match that's possible, but he is light.
Right. He's a little guy.
He's a little guy, and a lot of people don't realize that, man. So you got to tell a casual boxing fan that look at the weight classes before
Right.
you start making these assumptions,
Yeah, I think Inoue started at like 118 or something like that.
Yeah, where's he at now? 125?
26? 26,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, still
Now,
two weight classes under Tank.
I would like for him to come to America and fight under our rules and fight Cool Steve 7
Oh,
again.
yeah, cool boy. I mean, yeah, I mean, he has fought in America before, so he's not, used to.
Yeah.
He's fought over here
I just
before.
don't know. I don't know what the rules and regulations are out there.
It might be some slight changes, and I don't know what their testing is like and all of that. So who knows? He might be on that jungle juice, but
because I know, like in Europe, don't they can use horsehair gloves, right?
Somewhere I think they can.
Yeah,
Is it Europe? Yeah.
Tyson Fury used horsehair gloves.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The green gloves that everybody made a fuss about, they didn't have them on. It was like, no, they were horsehair. Dumb. That shit moves around.
Right.
So, but yeah, back to the Crawford fight. So Crawford is going up in weight, right?
Right.
154? 154.
Yep. 154.
I'll say here that he is a dangerous guy. Terrence Crawford.
Right.
Like, he is the one guy that I believe could beat Canelo in a technical fight. I don't know if he'll knock him out, but I think he'll outbox him.
He could. He could.
Yeah. So.
I mean, but my thing to that is we seen Canelo fight Triple G at Bivol and go nowhere. What the fuck is Crawford gonna have to keep Canelo off his ass?
Hey, right.
Absolutely nothing.
That's when the movements and that stamina comes in, man.
Crawford ain't moving like Bivol though.
No, Bivol's got that like that Russian Ukrainian style.
Exactly. He bouncing, he moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you, I'm gonna step back, hit you, I'm gonna step back.
He right there in front of you, but not.
Yeah. That's that Olympic style, When you watch the Olympic fights, a lot of fighters fight like that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, what is Crawford gonna do that he hasn't seen that's gonna bother him? He's taking the best shot from Triple G. What is Crawford gonna do?
Right.
And we've seen Crawford. I mean, low key, a lot of people gonna hate and be upset, but Crawford's defense is low key ass.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it is.
And on that note, a lot of people were talking crap about Boots in his last fight.
His defense way better than Bud's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that shit made me go look at, Terrence Crawford when he fought that guy. I was like, let me go see this fight. It was identical.
Yeah, like the first round, he got smacked with an overhand right.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you the difference in the Boots fight. He even mentioned it in the interview. I believe he got too lax.
Right.
And didn't listen to some of the instructions his father was giving him.
Right. And he was off for like a year and some change. Exactly.
Year off. Listen, and like I said, the inactivity does make a big difference. But let's be honest, man. If it was different circumstances where he was locked in.
Right. I think he was anxious to show out for his people that night. The lights was bright. He wanted to put on a show. So I think he got a little overzealous and just had some lapses in defense. But his defense is not worse than Crawford's.
No.
It's way better in my opinion.
Yeah, it's better. The kid is special. I'll tell you that thing. Like,
right.
Just watching him growing up from, the amateurs to the pros, he's special, man. And he got great coach in his corner. His dad, like, come on, like he's when that fight happens, hopefully it happens, which I doubt will happen.
Happening. I keep telling everybody it's not happening.
They interviewed Crawford. He keeps saying there's nothing. He keeps saying there's nothing there for me.
He's trying to enter his Mayweather era. He's trying to enter his Mayweather. And he's damn near 37 now. That's fine. Like, all right. But just call it what it is.
37?
Damn near. I think 36 or 37. But yeah.
Well, I don't know. He was that old.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I get it. You're on your way out. You want your cash out fights and you want to be done. Cool, but just call it what it is. Stop acting like, oh yeah, there's nothing there, but there's something here for this 10 fight professional with a belt.
Yeah,
Like,
nah.
come on.
You know, the one thing I like is that we are in a four belt era, and I get that he wants to, you know, collect all those four belts, but like I don't know, it's just guys are vacating their belts now, you know, and I'm not gonna say I'm fully against it. If you're ducking a fight, that's different. But like a lot of people, like for example, like Mayweather has spoken about this before that he don't care about his belts,
I mean, yeah, I
and
get it. They really don't mean shit, to be honest with you.
yeah, and Mike Tyson has the same thing. He's like, you rather take on a fight for a belt, or you rather make this money. And at the end of the day, you know, they're in a business, you
Exactly.
know, an entertainment business. Also, now that I talk about entertainment business, you know, I hope that Shakur one day realizes that this is an entertainment business.
This
You know,
guy, the tweet master
'cause-
himself.
yeah, because he sits there talking about, I don't give a what the fans think. I'm here to win a fight. My guy, they are paying for those tickets.
Right. That's why you're not a pay per view star. They have to pay for that.
He
So
hasn't had
you
a
have to
pay-per-view fight.
care. No, you have to care what they think.
You have to care what they think, buddy. You have to be entertainment. You gotta be, you know,
They're the
that
ones paying for
gladiator.
this shit.
Right, man. Come on, let's be honest. And you have to actually sit there and entertain some of these freaking casual boxing fans because they're the one that roll into Vegas all drunk betting on people.
Right. Like the enthusiasts, me, you, the people who really love boxing, yeah, we respect what Shakur does. But 90% of even our little demographic ain't even paying for this shit.
Nah, bro. Nah.
90% of the enthusiasts don't pay for it.
And I was watching him in the Olympics when he was crying.
Right.
You know, I was watching him since when he first started, and I felt like, oh, this kid he's gonna be good. But then I guess he got hit so hard that his knees wobble or something. I don't know.
Right. I don't know. Like it's different when, they get a little hot in there and people throwing that real shit at you and them eights come on and them headgears come off. So look.
Shit get real. Shit get real in that kitchen, bro.
Right. It damn sure do.
Once it start getting hot, people want to get the extinguisher instead of just trying to figure it out. You know?
Yeah, they getting the fuck out the kitchen and the house all together.
Yeah, man, it's a different ball game. You know, maybe that's why in Philly they got doghouse rules because
Right.
you know, but
You ain't finna hop out after 2 rounds.
and the coaches be like, you ain't gonna know what you said.
Right. I'm like, where you going? Nah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, man. Now, what do you think about the Andy Ruiz fight?
Andy Ruiz, I think it's a good fight. I mean, Big Baby Miller, I don't know what he is now anymore. Like, he looked like crap against Dubois. He looked like crap. They said he lost like 50 pounds or something, so maybe he's locked back in.
Yeah.
Something like that. So he might be under 300 now. So he looked a lot smaller. So maybe he's locked in and actually taking it serious now. Because that first fight with Dubois back, I don't think he was in his peak form. I just think he was taking it just to take it.
Right. Man, and Andy Ruiz, man, like, you could just tell he got so much experience behind him from the amateurs.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is like, oh, you see this chubby Mexican guy, and the next thing you know, his hand starts flying.
Yep. Them hands are fast, too.
His hands are fast, and like, I don't know if they're small, but they look small.
Yeah, them gloves look tiny on them.
And they get through, bro.
Yeah, he can crack.
They get through.
He definitely can crack.
That AJ fight changed everything.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like he could have won the second one if it wasn't for his team telling him to. What was it? That he gained the weight or lost the weight? Something like that.
I think he gained weight. He was on bullshit that second fight. He said it himself.
He was.
He was partying. He was celebrating the win so much that he forgot he had a rematch clause. And boom, it was here.
He was on his Roberto Duran shit.
Right. He was just celebrating.
Yeah, celebrating, got the belt. Never been here before.
Right. That was the biggest win of his career. And it was a good one. Now you got forgot he had to do it again.
And shit, I give most credit to AJ as well. That guy he ain't giving up.
No.
He ain't giving
Like, I
up,
think
bro.
this is like his coaching staff now. This is where he should stay. He's looked good his last like 3 or 4 fights.
Yes, he
He was
has.
switching
Yes, he
coaches too
has.
much. He wasn't looking comfortable, but now he back in his groove. So I think he's probably
Yeah,
top heavyweight, honestly, 1 or 2.
yeah. Because he ain't cry about his loss. He just learned from it and came back.
Yeah, he was going through some shit through them losses. He was
I mean,
upset.
everybody does. Like,
Yeah.
let's be honest. We all have that one time where we got our ass whooped in sparring, and you at home talking about, "Is this even for me?"
Oh yeah. If you haven't had that moment, you sparring the wrong people. You ain't getting no better.
Exactly.
You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
have
yeah,
that moment where you're like, all right, is this really for me? And then that's where you test yourself.
yeah.
That's what it is.
Underneath that card, we also have Pitbull. Pitbull
Yeah,
versus what's his
Jose
okay
Valenzuela. Right.
Valenzuela. So they're both saying that it's gonna be the best. They're saying it's gonna be better than the main event. How do you feel
It
about
might
that
be.
comment? I
It might
believe so
be.
too. I mean, Pitbull made me a fan, bro.
Yeah.
Pit like not obviously when he fought Tank, but when he just any fight after that, bro, he just keeps coming forward. He doesn't feel the punches.
Yeah, I don't know what his head is made out of,
I
adamantium or
mean,
something.
look at his head, bro. That
Yeah,
thing,
that shit is a
you
square.
know, is a Lego head, bro. He just comes forward,
Facts.
but I mean, and when he fought Rolly, I was like, dang.
Yeah, he ran through him.
He didn't care what Rolly was feeling.
Nah, nah. Yeah, that was it.
Right.
But I feel like people
Yeah.
are like over exaggerating that for him. Because the fight before that, he didn't look great. Against somebody that actually knew how to box with footwork, he didn't look great. And obviously
And,
against Tank, but Tank is 1 of 1, so we'll let that one go. But that guy before
right.
that, he ain't look good.
But but it's like I was saying earlier, like he's gonna eventually fight somebody that knows how to box.
Right,
Those guys that know how to box know how to throw punches and turn angles, change angles, and get away.
right,
I know everybody talks about Lomachenko, but like everybody forgets Pacquiao was doing that before.
right.
Like
It's
Pacquiao was
not
throwing punches, and
new.
it's not new. It's just people are not doing it as much as they should.
Right.
It used to be really big in the amateurs. I don't know if people still box like that, but I remember when I was in the amateurs, like it was like do. It was almost like watching an anime fight.
Right. It was just
You
throw
know,
punches, move, bounce in and out.
yeah. And then they become pros, and then they become a little more relaxed, and
Right. They
they can
slow
just
it
stay
down.
in front. Nah, bro.
Right. I
It's
mean,
not how
but
it
that
works.
does set up the punches better. Like it just, I don't know. They've adopted a more solid base style where they not
And
so high on their toes.
I mean, one thing I could agree on is this, because from sparring, like when you get hit and you're moving, let's say you get hit real hard and you're moving,
Right.
your leg might not land. You might actually fall.
Right.
You might come down. So then you try to like put those feet in the ground, like in the sand. What I like to say, you just put the feet in the sand so you take the hit better,
Right.
and you exchange. So it's you got to have a balance, I guess.
Yeah. Definitely, for sure.
It's like when you watch Mayweather fight, he used to lean back a lot. He
Hmm.
put that weight in the back foot a lot, and
Yep.
he just moved quicker. So, but yeah. And who else we got on that card?
There's Big Baby on that card. Andy Cruz. What fight are you most anticipating on this?
I mean, the fight that I'm actually the most excited about is the Pitbull fight.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the younger guy that's coming up was Anderson.
Yeah, Jared Anderson.
Anderson. I'm a fan of him as well. Looking for him to be tested.
Yeah,
Still.
that's my most anticipated fight is the Jared Anderson fight. People aren't talking
Yeah.
about it that much. I think that might be the best fight on there because Anderson comes to fight. Even when he gets rocked, he's gonna fight you. He's gonna come to fight
But
every time.
I believe this fight going to put him on the map because he has only fought at Top Rank, correct?
Yes. Yep.
This will be the first fight going at it with the zone guy, right?
I believe so.
So a lot of people are in the zone. They're doing great. A lot of casual boxing fans love the zone fights.
Hmm.
So this might be his opportunity to show out.
I think so.
Show out. And I say show out because you just never know where your career is gonna go. You might be done with Top Rank later on, so you might need someone else.
Right.
So show out because shit, Eddie Hearns is signing people.
He is. And if you show that you worth it, he will sign you, and he gonna move you too.
Mm-hmm.
And
He gonna move you
up.
Yeah, and
That's one
he
thing
has
he
changed
does.
it. Yeah, and I realize he has changed the game of, the whole contract thing. Like he'll give you a couple fights, and if it doesn't work out, well, then work out.
Right.
If it works out, let's keep going.
Right.
Let's keep making this money.
Right.
So, but yeah, man, he's. I'm a fan of him. I'm just like I said. I just want to see him get tested, and we might not see that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this is supposed to be his biggest test on paper, so.
yeah.
I mean,
and heavyweight, man. Heavyweight fights are different, man. They could change at any moment.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, other than that, we got Andy Cruz on there. I mean, that should be a blowout, honestly.
Yeah,
David Morrell fight, that's probably gonna be a blowout.
He's one of the first fights then, right?
Who? Andy Cruz.
David Morrell.
Oh, David Morrell. I think he might be on the prelims. Maybe.
Yeah, because it's a stacked card, man.
It is.
I like where boxing is going, man. Like they're making these fights happen, man.
Finally.
Is it the guy that's from Saudi Arabia that's involved in all this?
Yep. He's the one that's always trying to put these together now.
I love it, man. I love it. Like it's not about ducking. He wants to see the best version of the best.
Right. He got the money to put up, so fuck it.
Right. And why not?
Right.
Why not? Do what you love, man. If you love to see this, we love you for it.
Right. Now, as far as that Crawford fight go, do you see Madrimov having any real shot?
I was watching his highlights. The guy looks dangerous. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
He do look dangerous. It's just like the whole thing is like that Crawford is a different breed. I understand that. It's one of those fights where you can't just go with the highlights. You can't go with the training camp footage. It's one of those fights that you're gonna have to just sit there and actually watch and see what happens. I can't judge it based off the highlights. Yeah, you ran through a whole bunch of guys, but what I am curious to see is how he does at 154.
Right.
He fought Kell Brooks, correct?
Who?
Crawford.
Yeah.
But did he fight him at 154 or was it 147?
47, I believe.
147?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know that was the time where he came back down from fighting Triple G, correct?
Yeah, that was way after that. Yeah, that was way after that.
Yeah. So
he fought Triple G before he fought Spence, I believe.
Right. So, I mean, that also makes it different coming down on weight like that. But yeah, my whole thing is to see if he still rocks the same at that weight class.
Right. Extra weight, But I'm pretty sure he's worked at the weight long enough to know how his body feels and all that. But it's just what's going to happen when you might get that different crack from this new guy at 54.
Right.
And he can't. I don't think he can get careless. And Father Time comes for everybody, so we'll see.
That's a fact. Well, I mean, we've seen it in so many boxers, bro.
Right. And sometimes it's sudden. You don't even know it's coming, and then they get hit the wrong way, and it's wraps.
Exactly. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to see. I just want to see something different from the guy. Obviously, the whole goal is to win, but show us why you deserve to be in that weight class, and show us why you deserve to continue to go up. Because if you don't show me nothing, then I want you to fight beats.
Right.
I want you to stay at 147.
Right.
Talk your shit. You won't be there. Talk your shit. Do what you need to do. Will he fight Canelo after this? Do you think that's a possibility?
I don't think Canelo's going to do it, honestly. And I think it's more of Canelo doesn't see any point because same thing with the Jamel fight. Like, all right, if I fight Crawford and beat him, you're going to say I fought a 147 pounder. If he beats me, I lost to a 147 pounder. Like I lost to Crawford. Like I don't think there's no legacy in it for him. There's nothing in it. All it would be was another check, which he could make fighting fucking Joe Schmo.
Right.
So,
Yeah, because he's already established his name.
right, he's gonna sell regardless.
That's the whole argument. Who's the face of boxing? Is it him? Is it Tank? They're right there neck to neck.
Right.
I
only think it's I only think it's Tank because his social media presence.
Yeah, he's
a
also
little more
younger
present.
too, so
Yeah.
he has a lot way more to go to his career.
I mean, shit, maybe not. Maybe he decided to call it quits after he run through a couple more people. I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, because I wouldn't blame him either because like he's at that he's one of those guys that when he goes up in weight, it might not favor him.
I don't think he's going up in weight. I think the day he has to go up in weight, he's gonna call it.
He went up to 147 to fight Barrios, right?
140.
Was it 140?
Yep.
Oh shit.
And then he went back down to 35. He said, "Nah, they be cracking up there."
That's what I'm saying because he's a small guy. Like
right.
Him and Pitbull are not growing anymore.
No.
So it's like you said, he might have to stick around that weight class and wait for someone to come up to him.
Right.
And then prove them wrong. But yeah, going up cause come on, look at 147. Like they're taller too.
Yeah, these 147ers are built like 160s.
It's like the best to me. It's always been the best weight class for myself. Like a welterweight.
Mm-hmm.
They're fast. They're still fast enough, and they're still strong enough.
Right.
Because when you go down low class, they're fast, but no one's getting knocked out.
Right.
Then you go up in weight class, they're getting knocked out, but they're not fast. It's like just slow punches.
Right.
147, 140, 147, 154, like that. Those three weight classes, bro, they crack it, and you might not even see the punch coming.
Right. Those probably are the best weight classes as far as a balanced fight.
Yeah. That's back then used to be heavyweight. Everybody wanted to see the heavyweight fighter. Who was that?
I think it would be right now, but we ain't got no damn heavyweights.
Nah, bro. I'm about to suit up, coach.
Fuck it. Can cut me a check.
Shoot, because if you think about it, look, a 147 fighter. Look at the records. They have to fight at least 30 fights to get a championship.
Right.
You go look at a lightweight and a heavyweight, bro. They fight 10, 15 fights. They're already getting a championship fight. It don't take long. It doesn't take long, so why not? Shit.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about Jared Anderson. He's 17 fights in.
17 fights in.
And if he wins this fight, he can be in the championship run. Right.
So now we got to look at what ranking he is in any of the organizations.
Right.
Because if he's already 17 fights in, he's already in talk with maybe something big, so he has to be at least ranked number 17 or something.
Right, 10. In all of them.
In all of the organizations, so and I'm pretty sure he'll run through the guys because I don't really know who else. Like, who can you name at a heavyweight besides the guys that we already know?
Right, and a lot of them are probably like older guys, like on their way out. He might be like the leader of the new era coming up because a lot of these guys are getting old. They're starting to age out.
Yeah.
Like Tyson Fury and Usyk probably got one more fight.
Yeah,
Wilder's on his way out.
Yeah, Wilder's. I don't know. He felt like he's been on his way out.
Yeah, even Zhang, he's 30 plus. He's gonna be out soon. He's been fighting for a while too. We're just getting to know him, but he's gonna be on his way out soon.
In that weight class, you got to make a difference early.
It's gonna be like Jared Anderson versus Andy Ruiz or something.
I can see that.
Right.
I can see that. I just hope that fight that they were, because I know they were speaking about him fighting Wilder, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Wilder's got a lot going on right now, especially with the domestic issues.
Yeah, so. Well, he needs to clear out his head. You could tell that he has like some type of like, I don't know, some type of like anxiety issues going on in his head. You could tell. Yeah.
I think he's lost that edge too. Like he used to want to get in there and kill someone. Now it's like peace and love, and he just happy to be here.
Ain't no more bomb squad.
Right. He yelling it, but it don't mean the same.
Yeah, nah, bro. I guess, like I said, people get rocked in that. What Mike Tyson said, everybody has a plan till you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, I think it's really just him growing up, growing older, and he's just moving on to a new phase in life, and I just think he got to let it go. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, speaking about like anxiety and stuff like that, how do you feel about that Danny Garcia versus Lara?
That's a good fight. I like that fight.
Because I know he had his issues in the ring, and I'm glad he took the time off to get, make himself straight. Because his last fight looked good
against Jose Benavidez, right?
Yeah, he looked good. He looked fast. I was like, okay.
But even then, that was 2 years ago now.
Right, he's been out of the ring for 2 years, and now you're fighting Lara, who just fought. And knocked the dude up.
Yep.
He knocked the dude out.
Yep.
And Lara's a dangerous boxer. He's a Cuban boxer at that.
Right.
They just dangerous. I'm leaning towards Lara on that.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Lara by decision because Danny's he's been out too long.
He's been out too long. But let's not fall asleep on that hook.
Yeah, but I mean that hook didn't take out Jose Benavidez either. This 54 now. This is 54.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
That hook was at its most dangerous at like 40, 47, somewhere around there.
40 and 40. Well, I'm gonna just say 40. At 47, it was not as dangerous.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like Terrence Crawford even brought that up in the interview. Because then he fought Spence, and he also fought what's his name? Porter.
Sean Porter. Yep.
And do nothing.
Right.
Good fights. They didn't do nothing to Keith Thurman.
Nah. I mean, he had some crack, but it wasn't that night left hook that it used to be.
And that's the thing where he was cracking and then looking to see if it was a reaction.
Right.
There was no reaction.
Right.
Well, no, we're here to fight. So, but it's a good fight. I mean, they're both up there in age. I'm leaning towards Lara.
Yeah, and now it's at 54. So.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the same. Speaking of 54, we seen Jermell Charlo teasing at a return to 54. Like, do we even care? To be honest with you,
I'm not entertaining the guy.
Right.
I'm not entertaining it because he's like, I don't know. It's like these guys are not taking this serious.
You don't think so?
They get a little bit of limelight. They think they're the shit. But then what happens when you don't want to answer that call?
Right.
And then they answer the call. They put you in there with the guy that you wanted, and you don't do nothing.
Right. That's true.
You don't do nothing. So now, what are you proving to anyone? You got in there with Canelo, right? He's the one that fought Canelo.
Yep.
And they didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
At all.
Nothing.
Just broke the rope. Those guys are distracted. Those are guys that are distracted. And I believe we've seen this before on social media, when they were all hanging out and drinking with each other, showing up to events drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as far as, I think the big Jamal Charlo, I think he's done. I don't think he has the mental capacity for it anymore. I just don't. And once you not in it, locked in 100%, it's time to get out because it's too dangerous to play with. And as far as Mel goes, don't really care to see Mel again. He's held on to the belts for so long for no reason. It's just like, bro.
And he should be lucky enough for that.
Right. So who would he fight?
I don't know. Maybe put him in there with Kieran Plant.
No, 54. It's 54. Jamel.
Yeah.
Jamel. I don't know who he would fight at 54 anyway. And Jamal is done. So that's 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, he's done.
I don't know. I'm not taking away. I'm not going to sit here and take away anything from them. But come on, dude.
Right. I just think the time has passed them.
It's past them. Y'all did what you did. Y'all entertaining what y'all entertaining at the time. I applaud y'all.
Right.
But
it's time to get out the way.
Era.
Right.
We're in a whole different era now. This is crazy now. It's just the shit that's going on in boxing right now. I'm so excited. We're getting so many fights in this year. It's just, come on.
Right.
You want to fight? Deal one of the undercards. You're not going to headline anymore right now.
Yeah, nah, he can't. Especially not coming back off of that layoff. He fought Canelo and disappeared.
Nope. Yeah. Now, Caleb Plant. I know I keep talking about him. You mentioned something about him. Does he have a fight coming up soon, or was
He had a fight coming up, but I believe the guy got injured, so they're looking for another opponent. I believe
another replacement? Those are always good fights. Replacements at the last moment.
Yeah, but I don't even think this is the last moment, John. What was this supposed to be for? What, like September, maybe?
So
It would. I would have to see. Like,
who would he fight though?
Fuck if I know. At 68.
Yeah, like.
I mean, whoever he was about to fight wasn't, like, no disrespect, but it wasn't somebody we knew. It was like Macumbi.
Yeah, he already fought Canelo. He already fought Benavidez.
Right.
Like, who else is up there? And you really can't go up weight because you lost to the two guys, you know?
Right.
Shit, I don't know.
Yeah, who else is at 68? Unless he gonna fight a... No, I can't really think of anybody. It would have to be some Joe Schmo.
Yeah, and at that point, that's when you start losing interest.
Right. But he definitely has to get in that ring soon.
Soon. I believe he's still a good boxer. You know.
Yeah. I think he's still a top dog. I think he's still a top dog.
There. Like the dude's dangerous, man.
But he got to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Got to find somebody for him.
Now, I know you've been keeping up with this because we can't have nice things, but
right.
I also I think I showed you something about his trainer speaking about possibility of fighting Shakur still, Tank Davis. You know, I know that it was capped. The news that we got was capped, but now we're hearing his trainer saying that he's still sending out the contract.
That's to be, seen if that actually, gets sent out and all that, because you know how these things, they always devolve into Twitter wars and finger pointing. So we'll see if that happens. But I would, we would all like to see it. That would be a super fight. That would sell.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's to be determined. I think Shakur is actually lined up to fight. What's his name?
Cepeda.
Oh yeah, William Cepeda. Yeah.
Cepeda, yeah. And I don't know. I'm leaning towards Cepeda.
I don't know. Cepeda is like he's almost a guy catered towards Shakur. He's a walk down. Footwork's not that great. He's just gonna try to throw power punches and walk you down. He walks through the storm to land his shots.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not saying I'm not a fan no more. It's the way he's speaking to the fans.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his personality. Just him as a person, how it comes off is just like, all right,
and I get it, Shakur. You don't care about us. It's fine. It's okay. We won't buy your fights.
Right.
I get it.
And then you gotta get mad when people say you're not a pay-per-view star. Like,
yeah, come on. Respect you as a boxer. Respect your resume in the amateurs and the Olympics. But we're now you're in the entertainment business where you have to actually do what you don't want to do. You're gonna have to sit there and figure shit out. I'm not saying to sit there and bandwidth these guys, but stop running.
That and let your hands go, like your corner was telling you to do.
Yeah, and then you get in an argument with your corner.
Right. It's just like, bro, I don't know. There's something about him. He seems like an entitled child almost. It's just like, and I think a lot of these boxers forget that when you become a professional, you are selling something. You are the product. Sad to say it like that, but you are the product. That's what these promoters are buying. Yeah. And they're trying to sell you and sell these fights. So guess what? You want the money. You want the big accolades. You want everybody to love you. You got to sell your product.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. You have to, man.
One way or another.
Let's be honest. You can't just depend on your boxing income. You have to try to get some other guys to pay you too.
Yeah.
If you could get a deal with somebody making action figures or something in that sort, or making movies on the side,
Right.
But you gotta get the attention of these people, just like a lot of boxers in the past did.
Right.
You have to be entertaining. Unfortunately, you have to be entertaining. Like, this is the sport.
Yeah, and Mayweather did it by playing the bad guy, but he played the bad guy smart and he played it well. Shakur is just online bitching. Like nobody sees you as the bad guy; they see you as the entitled child. Like they saw Mayweather as like this big bad guy. Oh yeah, I want to see him lose. They just want to see you disappear, Shakur. Like nobody cares.
Right.
Like they're like, bro, shut up.
The social media shit has messed up a lot of it. I miss the old days when like boxers would show up to your little rally or your little press conference.
Right. I mean, they still do that, but they do most of their work on Twitter now.
Yeah, I mean, y'all gotta start selling these fights, and I feel like they gave him the opportunity to sell his last fight, and he didn't do that.
No,
he was just like, nah, I'm not gonna sleep on you. I feel like, nah, bro.
Right.
Come on, like.
I think where he lost me was that whole fiasco with Devin Haney. Send the contract. Oh, they sent the contract, but I didn't like it. You say, all right, I'll beat you easy. I'll beat you. Send the contract. They send the contract. Oh, I didn't like the splits. I'm worth more money than that.
Yeah.
Which one is it? Send the contract or don't? If you that guy, if you would have beat him, go take the belts. Now you call all the shots. Then you can name whatever your price is because now you got all the leverage. But somehow you think you're bigger than Devin right now when Devin has done more than him. Technically, he's done more than him.
He has.
To this day, he's still done more than him.
He has done more than him. We can't sleep on him.
Should have took that contract, beat Devin like you said you would, and then everybody would be like, "Oh, all right, he really on that."
He for real, yeah, but he just did the opposite. But I guess to each his own. Like I said, the train keeps on moving.
Right.
The fan once the fan gets tired of you, they're not gonna go back. Like especially the casual boxing fans. They see you one time and one time you didn't do enough.
They're very fickle. Because
and then you saw Bob Aaron how petty he was.
Super petty. Super petty.
That was foul.
That was foul.
He's like, all right,
you say you're not signing with us? Watch this. We're gonna try to lower your stock. Did he ever even sign with anybody?
No. They interviewed him and he just said he's looking for the best offer. But I'm gonna be honest with you. He said he had a conversation with PBC and Matchroom.
Right.
I think Matchroom would be his best option.
I think so too.
Well, what happens by signing a Matchroom is that you're gonna fight some guys now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Because if you go to PBC, who's at PBC at that weight class but Tank, right?
Right.
And is Pitbull PBC or he's his own? No, he's his own now, right?
Is he his own?
Oh, I think
he's still PBC.
You think he's still PBC? So then you're gonna end up fighting the two guys that possibly might beat you.
I mean, they might give him Frank Martin. That's PBC.
That's a good fight. I'll take that fight.
Yeah, they might give him Michelle Rivera, but I think he at 140 now.
Yeah, I'll take that fight, with Frank Martin. I don't know. Maybe Frank Martin might get him in the early rounds. I don't know, but I'll take a fight. I'll take it.
I mean, between the Devin Haney fiasco and then right after that, you fight De Los Santos and put on that performance of straight running. Like, I don't really call guys runners because I know, the ins and outs of boxing. I've seen guys move, hit, and not get hit, but he was not creating offense. He was running.
Yeah.
Between those two things, you lost a lot of people.
Yeah. I agree with you with the whole running thing. Like, we see boxers that they can fight on the ropes or on the back foot.
Right.
But it's like you said, there was, I don't know, he didn't throw his jab enough. He didn't want to close the jab.
He didn't throw anything enough.
Yeah, he didn't want to lure them in. Like, if you're going to be that guy that's fighting on your back foot, lure them in. Like, come on.
And then take advantage of them falling in. No, you lure them in to get out. It's not the same.
And that shit was frustrating me. I don't know about you, but I was watching that fight frustrated.
Yeah, I had to watch it on, I had to be doing something while I watched that fight, like walking on the treadmill or something. It was a terrible fight.
You needed to get the energy out because he was frustrated.
It was a terrible fight. Even that last fight, it was better. It was better. It was a good fight. Like, me as a coach, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Stay safe, do what you got to do, go home, win. But
Yeah.
as a consumer and as the people that you're trying to get their money, that's a different case. That's a different case.
It's a different case when it comes
And
to
he
you
had a
being an
chance.
entertainer.
Right. He had a chance to stop that guy.
And I hope that maybe somebody, and sometimes these boxers lack someone in their ear. You do need a person in your ear, in a positive way.
I mean, he got Crawford and Ward in his ear telling them the same thing. And I just think he don't listen to his corner. He's not going to listen to him. He thinks he knows everything. So I just think he's not going to listen. I agree. Every boxer somebody needs to tell him to stay off of Twitter. But everybody needs somebody in their ear telling them, like, yo, this is what it is. This is that. You should have did this. And some good people in there just tell you to, chill off of the entertaining the social media shit. Chill off of the goofy stuff.
In the gym.
Right. Stay your ass in the gym. Figure something out to do.
In the gym.
Right. And judging by how he's fought all the way up until now, I don't think he listens, to be honest with you. I don't think he listens. I think he thinks he's perfect. And if you look at his fights, he hasn't really elevated his game from like his first fight to now. Like, he's gotten sharper at what he does, but he hasn't added anything new. I haven't seen anything new. I haven't seen anything special. It's just, I think he thinks he's perfect, so he's going to keep fighting the way he fights.
And, the one thing I loved about the kid was his jab.
Right. Sharp jab.
He didn't use it as much in the last fight.
Right. He wanted to stay in the pocket with the guy because he thinks that's what people meant by being entertaining.
You got a perfect jab like that. That means that you have the possibility to open up many combinations. You throw that jab. If you throw that jab and it lands, you can land the straight hand. You can land the hook, uppercut.
And we've seen him do it against Jamel Herring and Oscar Valdez. But then these guys are proven champions and all that. But then you fight De Los Santos and Hartunian, and you look like you get worse.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I don't know what's in his head. I don't know if he's scared to lose or he's scared to get rocked. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I know that the older you get, the more you feel those punches.
He's 27 though.
He's still young.
He's in his prime.
Young. He should be in his prime. So like, you at your age where you should be taking exchanges.
Like, you don't even have to take them, but Jesus, do something.
Do something, right? Like, and he's fast with the
right.
Get
he's
back.
fast.
He's fast. So like, why are you so scared? What's the fear? What's the anxiety? Like, get rid of it, bro.
Yeah, like at some point, I'm just like, I don't see. I say this all the time. People would think it's a slight or it's like, oh, you just a hater, but he's very good at what he does, but I don't think he's special.
Yeah.
He has a very basic skill set. He's perfect at that skill set, but it's basic.
Hopefully he get a deal.
Yeah, he's going to get a deal. He's definitely worth a deal.
Yeah, and hopefully he, proves us, because it's just like, let's be honest, boxing is almost, I'm not saying it's in the same category as WWE, but how in WWE you got to work your ass off.
I mean, it's getting closer and closer.
Yeah, it is. But, the guys got to work their asses off to become champion, to become main event. And same thing here. Okay, you get signed by the Zone. You're not going to be pay-per-view right away, bro. You're going to be under card for maybe 2 to 3 fights until you prove something.
Right. He might get a main card, but it's not going to be pay-per-view. He'll probably try to headline. But
Right. And then if you go to the Zone, now you gotta face Haney.
You gotta fight. You
gotta fight Haney, but
and Andy Cruz is with the Zone here at 135.
Look at that. So the fights are out there, man. So you can't say you're not inactive. You can't cry that you're not getting fights no more.
Right.
Now it's the food's on the table for you, bro. It's time for you to eat.
Yeah. But I mean, now we're gonna talk about that tier list I sent you. I just wanted to get your take on it to see if you had any debates, which ones you really didn't agree with too much, or if you did agree.
Let me. I'm gonna pull it up on here because I was watching it on YouTube, so I have the list right here, and I'll tell you because we know each other for some time now.
Yeah.
So we agree and disagree. So
of course.
So let me see. Let me go to the very end so I can look at the list. All right, so Canelo, unfuckable. Okay, yeah, yeah. But then again, it's like, can you fight Benavidez and then we can say that?
What, as far as Canelo
Yeah,
being in the
yeah,
top tier?
yeah,
I mean, he's fought everybody. Like one guy is
yeah.
not gonna make or break that legacy right now.
Yeah, that's true. You know, he's that guy. He's like,
Yeah, he's
you
that
know,
guy.
he's that guy. So
Would we like
he's
to see it? Yeah, but one
he's
guy's
like,
not
see.
gonna change his legacy at this point.
Mm-hmm. Then you have Bud Crawford. I
Yep,
agree.
top
You got
tier.
Boots. I agree. Bivol, I agree.
Yep, better be.
Inu, I agree. I agree with your top guys and the great talent guys. Loma, yeah, yeah, because you know we already seen his. I'm not saying that Loma has a downfall or nothing. We know that he's gotten robbed in the past, but yeah, I agree with him being a
Where
great
did
talent base.
when did Loma get robbed?
Was it Salido his second fight when he was
Yeah,
fighting for the title?
he didn't get robbed.
You don't think so?
No, it was the same case as with Tio and with Devin. Got started too damn
Okay,
late because Salido was beating him up the first couple rounds.
Salido didn't give a fuck. Salido was that guy.
He didn't give a flying.
He don't care how hard you hit. I'm coming
Right.
to fight.
Lomachenko
Okay,
came on
okay.
at the end and then
Yeah,
tried to
yeah,
seal
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but he didn't get robbed though.
And let's be honest, for what I still respect him for what he did. He got a title shot. What, second fight?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I respect that. You know, you don't really see that much. You know, but he did have over 300. I think like almost 400 amateur fights.
Right.
So you know, I guess it was only right. I do agree with the Teofimo fight. He did beat him. And you felt the same about the Haney.
I felt that it was a very close fight that could have went either way. I've had it a draw personally myself, but it could
Yeah,
have went
yeah,
either way.
okay.
And
Yeah,
again,
I didn't.
he gave up too much. Like he would have pockets of success and then give it up.
Yeah, I felt like that in his last. I felt that way in his last fight as well. Like, you know, um, he's got to go in there and get your food, bro. Like, stop
Right.
trying to like you're hesitating too much.
Right. He
You
didn't
know,
hesitate against whatchamacallit. What's his name? The one that Haney beat for the belts.
yeah, I know who you're talking about. I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember his
the
name too. The
Australian.
guy from the Australian guy. Yeah,
I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now, but
I'm blanking a whole bunch of names
Yeah.
right now, bro.
yeah, he went in there and whipped his ass.
Yeah, because there's so many boxers and so many good fights right now. But that guy, like, let's be honest, like, he had his little good run.
Yeah,
The
because
Australian
it
guy
was
now,
unexpected. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
He wasn't supposed to
now,
be there, so he took it for all it was worth.
right? So congrats, guy.
Facts.
We can't even remember your name right now, but it's cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna remember it soon.
Then you got a bunch of younger guys at the great talent list. You got Bam Rodriguez, right?
Yeah, Bam, great talent.
Great talent. Well, you got Shakur up there.
Of course, he's a great talent, but he ain't. I don't think
I'm
he's
gonna put
elite.
him at. Yeah, I'm gonna just put it. Me personally, I put him at good talent.
Oh,
Only
you'll
because
knock him down a notch, put him at good.
Yeah, I'll knock him down a notch just because like all the bullshit he wants to be like.
Now, is that you hating his personality or for what you seen in the fights? Because it would be fair either way, because that's how the fans look at it.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. When it comes to judging, like they do judge your personality and all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you go to the Olympics, these people don't just get judged on what they doing. Some of them do get judged on how they are.
Facts. No, you ain't never lied.
And let's be honest, you're getting paid by other people. You stir up the pot with these people, they're not going to want to pay you. They're not going to want to. And these people talk, these people talk amongst themselves, and they're like, I don't want to deal with this guy anymore.
Right.
Sometimes it's best to just, sometimes it's best to be humble if you don't know how to play the bad guy.
Right.
Let's put it like that.
And speaking of judging, like when it comes to Shakur and judging, he's never had to be a B side. So I think he's gotten a lot of favors by being A side as far as judging goes. That De Los Santos fight, had he been B side or even if it was even, I don't know if he would have got the nod because of his running.
Yeah.
But since you're A side, judge is going to be like, all right, we're going to give it to him.
Right. And speaking of judging, that's one thing a lot of people need to understand too. Because a lot of people see judging like, oh, this guy did good this round, and then this guy did good that round. But it's like this: if a guy's a champion, they should do enough to be the champion.
Exactly.
They should do enough to be the next guy. No, I don't think so. So we're giving you the loss because you're not. After this fight, what are you going to do?
Right. Exactly.
You're not going to win us more money.
There's a lot that goes into judging that people don't take into account. There's some biases. It is what it is.
Yeah, like
it's a dirty game.
It is. It is a dirty game, But you got to learn how to. You got to either learn how to be ahead of it or play with it. Come on.
Right.
We see Mayweather play with this game pretty good because
for sure.
Some of us think he lost the fight versus De La Hoya, some of us don't.
Right.
So gotta roll with the punches.
Right.
No pun intended. But who else? Virgil Ortiz. I would like to see Virgil Ortiz fight Boots.
That would be good, but that's 54. Virgil was at 54.
He moved up.
He had to.
147.
He had to. Remember, he kept getting sick trying to make 147.
Yeah.
I think he was getting like rhabdomyosarcosis, some shit. He kept developing issues.
Hey, bro,
I think the weight cut, the weight cut was too much for him.
A doctor told me this one time when I was younger, when I was fighting at 140. He told me that your brain could get dehydrated.
Yeah, once your brain gets dehydrated, you can get hurt real easy.
Yeah. And then on the day of the fight, you want to put all that food in there?
Right. It doesn't happen overnight.
Hold on. Let me stop this.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Because this thing was making too much noise. But Spence, I feel like Spence is still great talent. He went against Bud and, got his ass whooped. But I would have loved to see the rematch and see him try to at least level up.
See, I don't care for a rematch. I don't think it's.
He got his ass whooped.
Yeah, it was like a landslide. It wasn't even remotely close. So it's like, how much can you really change, especially at his age with his mileage, the accidents, and all that? I think it's time for him to go. Honestly.
Now, will you put him against Boots?
For Boots' resume, yes, but for Spence's sake,
no. Okay. I would put it for just the resume builder as well.
Yeah.
I just don't think that Spence will take that fight because he's gonna say, "Oh, I'm not a gatekeeper."
Right.
So that fight might not even happen.
Nah.
Usyk.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a fan of him, bro.
Yeah.
I like him.
I think he's a great talent. He definitely showed a lot by moving up to that heavyweight division and taking over like he did.
Yeah, and honestly, I thought in the early rounds, Tyson Fury had to fight in the early round, but then the guy just kept coming forward.
Yeah, he eventually walked him down.
He's a problem. I just think that it's gonna sound weird, but this is just my opinion. I feel like he is at his end of his career.
No, that's not weird. He's mentioned retirement.
Yeah,
he's had a long career.
Yeah, you're basically at the top of the tier. You're at the heavyweight, right?
Yeah, there's nowhere else to go.
You fought Tyson. I guess if y'all do the rematch, retire after that. Because who else are you gonna fight?
Yeah, he's mentioned retirement. So
yeah,
here's another one like Loma, long amateur career. He's got a lot of mileage. Ain't no point in taking it till the wheels fall off.
Right. Just make your money and get out, man.
Right.
All right, but let's talk about this good talent list right here. All right, we got Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
I'm one of the guys that say that if he focused, he could actually be something.
And that's why I put him there. I think he's actually would be a great talent if he actually took it serious.
Yeah, like if you just listen to your coaches, get off your head, because I know he's definitely battling mental health. You can just tell.
Yeah, for sure.
He just be, but he is getting bigger.
Yeah.
He's getting bigger. Like his body, like he's finally become like a man. Basically, he's up there at 40, 47.
Yeah.
Who would I want to see him fight? Shit. To be honest, I would like to see him fight. Damn, Frank Martin is at 135.
Yeah. We would have to say 40, 47 because he ain't making 135. He barely makes 40.
He can fight Barrios.
Barrios would be a good fight.
That'd be a good fight, and I like Barrios. Like your Aztec warrior coming out.
Right.
Has he shown me enough? Shit, I don't know.
Right.
He wants to fight Pacquiao. I heard. Is that a thing still happening?
I don't think so. I hope not. Pacquiao needs to hang it up.
Yeah, everybody wants to fight Pacquiao because he's still in the mix, bro. He just be out there.
He need to be governor and sit down somewhere.
Yeah, he just be out there like yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Still rumbling in the gym though. Like, bro,
Yeah,
relax.
man.
I think Pacquiao was just bored, so he mentioned it.
Right. Munguia, man. Munguia is good. Yeah, he's good talent. I'll keep him there. I want to see more.
Right.
Yeah, you finally got your Canelo fight, but what you didn't prove to us is what you're gonna do when adversity knocks at the door. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, I think he put up a good fight considering too.
He put up a good fight. I ain't
Put
gonna
up a
lie.
better fight than anybody else in the recent. Maybe except maybe what John Ryder. John Ryder put up a decent fight.
Yeah.
So
Them early rounds was like, I was like, well, okay, he tagging him up. But again, you're not hurting him. So what happens? You retreat. You don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, just now boxing.
I mean, Munguia and boxing isn't really synonymous.
Yeah, Mexico.
He's a banger.
Yeah, it's that
Defense
Mexican
option.
style. Yeah. I'm not too familiar with some of the other guys. Oh, wait a minute. Let's talk about his talented but ... list.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I agree with Ben Connor.
Yeah.
That guy, I don't know. He's like, where I put him at? Next to that guy that I call Ric Flair.
Oh yeah, Blair.
I put him right there.
Yeah, have
with
them
him,
fight
bro.
each other. They're around the same.
Have them fight each other. I don't know. Is he still at 147?
Yeah, I think he's coming back down. He fought a couple at 54, I believe, but I think he get a fight between both.
Yeah, and then wait a minute. Did you put Tank at the talented butt?
No, Tank. Tank is at the top, elite, the top tier.
Oh, my bad. I paused it before you put him up. All right, I paused it. Okay. All right, so back to Connor then. He was talking shit about Boots.
You see, once he signed the Matchroom, all that shit got quiet.
All that shit got quiet. Now
Real
what?
quiet.
What are you gonna do? Like,
He
again,
gonna fight somebody else.
I throw him in there just to keep him in there. I just keep him active. Keep Boots active. Put him in there, keep him active until somebody send that large contract.
Yeah, Conor Ben ain't coming, bro. He ain't
He
fighting.
ain't coming out. Hell no. And then you got Berlanga.
Yeah.
Which I feel like, again, he hasn't shown me enough, and I feel like it's just too early, man.
Yeah, he was getting.
Like,
He's just
and
not.
I hate to say this because I want to see him succeed,
Right.
But I guess if the money comes knocking, you take it before the offer goes away. I guess, but
Right.
hopefully that loss don't define him. Hopefully, he could build something after, like how Canelo did after Mayweather.
Exactly. So, I think that's kind of the plan, to be honest. All right, you lost to Canelo. Okay, I lost the one-of-one talent. Sure. Yeah. I can still build my career after that.
Right, shit. See what you could do, shit. If you can make it an entertaining fight, you won. Even if you lose, you won.
Facts. That's true.
Then
there's Pitbull Cruz down there.
Yeah, Pitbull. All right, so I'm not saying Pitbull is not talented, but he is what it is.
That's why he is where he's at.
He is what it is. He just has a great freaking chin.
Right.
He's coming forward. His combinations are getting better.
I mean, it's hook and hook, and hook uppercut.
and then the thing is that a lot of guys are not they're not adjusting to his style.
Right.
Rolly could have just threw some uppercuts, man.
Rolly was overwhelmed, and Rolly isn't really the pinnacle of boxing expertise.
Nah, he was. I think he was in Taekwondo or some shit like that, or kickboxing before he became a boxer. So,
and he had a new coach for that fight.
Oh shit, yeah. Well, I
Right,
respect
bad
for
time
what
to
he did
switch.
in a short amount of time. So,
Yeah, he's definitely
you
did a
know,
good amount, but he also had that Mayweather effect too, backing him up
mhm. Yeah. And
because he
I'm gonna
definitely
be
was
honest with
losing to the
you.
old head.
I'll be honest with you. The guy's so entertaining.
He is. He's funny as hell.
Like I just wanted him. A lot of people keep saying, "Oh, you really think he's winning?" I'm not. I said no, but for boxing's sake, I hope he wins
That's
because
what I
he's
was telling people.
entertaining.
Yeah, he's fun
He's
to
so
have around.
entertaining. He's so funny to sit there in the camera and be dead serious and say that he's David Haney's biological father.
Right, like
You
Pitbull's
know,
boring, and he's a basic Mexican fighter. Like there's nothing exciting coming with Pitbull.
yeah, he don't really talk much either. You know, he's doing what he needs to do to feed his family. So, you
Yeah,
know, kudos to him on that. You know,
for sure.
but yeah, no, I mean the list looks pretty good. Some of the guys I'm not too familiar with. Some of the younger guys that I might have to go back and look back on.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, the only one I just don't agree with is like Shakur, because you know, stop the bitch assness, bro. Just stop, bro. You
yeah.
know. Yeah, I agree with AJ.
I had Tiafimo in the great talent. What you think?
Where you had a great talent. No, I'm
Tiafimo.
sorry, I didn't even see him there, bro.
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't like that one.
I didn't even see him there. I think that once he went up weight, shit changed, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it did.
Shit changed. And then he always has an excuse that I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with these top ranked guys, bro.
They've been catered to, silver spoon fed, I guess.
They
So
doing that
they
De La
feel
Hoya shit,
entitled.
bro. Bro, like that's one thing I hated about Golden Boy when they first started, bro.
Mm.
Go back and go look at Golden Boy before PBC took all their fighters.
What was they doing?
She was fighting the drunk guy from down the street.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, let's be honest. Like, Danny Garcia was part of Golden Boy at his early age.
Oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that Golden Boy era.
And
So
before PBC, before Al Heyman, because Al Heyman, I believe he was a matchmaker
Okay,
for Golden Boy. Or
right.
the manager, I think the manager or something like that. And he took all those fighters with him.
He had a rapport with all of them, most likely.
Exactly. He took most of them with him. But you look back at those fights, bro, like, yeah, they were keeping them active. But some of them guys were in shit, bro.
Mm.
You know, they were building confidence, right?
Yeah,
And I see this happen at the gym where guys are beating everybody in the gym.
right.
And then you go to another gym or they come to the gym that you at and y'all go and y'all spar and then he make you look bad in front of everybody. Now you be thinking, oh shit, like damn, am I really good?
Right.
You're as good as it's like this. It's like when you put a snapping turtle in a tank. It's only gonna grow as far as the tank is.
Right.
The same thing with these guys. If you just put them in the ring with the same guys you have every day, they're only gonna be as good as their talent.
Right.
You know, iron sharpen iron. You have to take them around the city. You might have to travel down to Baltimore, Jersey, New York. You got to get these guys to fight. So,
For sure.
yeah, but I agree. I agree with everything except those two guys. I'm not really a fan of either of those guys anymore. Too. I used to be a fan of Teofimo, but I don't know, bro. Ever since he went up in weight class, his pop's not the same. You know, nah.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean-
oh shit, David Haney, good talent.
Yeah.
He just don't have no power.
He don't have no power, and he has one way to fight. Honestly, his most effective way. He's only one. He's pretty one dimensional. He tries to fight on the inside lately, but it's not great. It's not great.
Not real quick. Even though this whole shit happened with Ryan Garcia being tested for whatever, how do you still feel about that fight? Do you still think that he still got his ass whooped?
Yeah, because it was like, yeah, all right, he tested positive for whatever. I don't know the details about how it would affect Ryan Garcia's strength and all that. All that's beyond me. I'm not a doctor or nutritionist and none of that. But that doesn't excuse how bad Haney looked, the mistakes he was making. He didn't fight his fight. You got hit with the same shot 4 times. Like, you get hit with stupid shit. That doesn't excuse your lack of ability at that time. Like, that just wasn't your night at all.
Yeah, and I give him credit for, getting back up and getting back up.
Right.
But if he ever come across this damn video, stop wearing designer shit to fight.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was wearing. He was wearing
I don't know what the hell.
Yeezy
Socks or something?
Airwalks. It was like Airwalks or some shit. I don't know what those shits are
Yeah.
stupid.
We finally, this is the thing about boxing. That once a guy finds out how to beat you, everybody else knows how to do it.
Yeah, it's the blueprint.
It's just like football. When they find out the scheme, this is it.
Yep.
I'm gonna compare David Henning to Chip Kelly.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's it. Who you know, get in there with Shakur, I guess.
Right.
Right. Shakur. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's at 140 now, so I don't know if Shakur want to move up to fight him.
Yeah.
But I feel like that'd be too much of a staring contest, to be real with you.
Yeah. All right, you throw a punch. No, you throw a punch.
Right. Sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. It's just like,
yeah.
All right, I don't know how exciting this fight's gonna be.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. That wraps up everything, right? What else did we have to talk about?
Oh no, that pretty much wraps it up. Honestly.
That's pretty much everything. Yeah. That's I mean,
we hour and a half in. Shit. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, it was a great conversation about boxing.
Sure.
We needed that, you know, threw some stuff in there that people needed to hear because, you know, this is not a game. It's not a game. Boxing's not a game. Like, Olympics need to stop that shit, you know.
Yeah, nah, that shit goofy.
But let's be honest, they've been on some goofy shit for a while because remember when they took away the headgears?
Right. They might as well just go pro. You're going to see a lot more people skipping and going pro.
Right? Because what you want me to get a cut in my eye and then I'm not even getting paid for it?
Right.
Come on, man. And you know once you get a cut in your eye, there's a possibility of reopening again.
Right.
So, nah. But
not to mention the fucking trauma, obviously, of any fight.
Yeah.
I might as well get paid for it.
Yeah, they I don't know. They changed away from the point system too, right?
Yeah, it's the regular system now. It's the pro system.
Now it's 9-10 type.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I liked the point system. The reason why I liked the point system is because it forced fighters to throw punches.
Right.
You know, from what I remember, I believe you have to land 3 flush punches to count as 1 point.
Shit. Yeah, that's the old school way.
And it had to land on the white of the glove.
Right.
You know, it can't be the little
right,
side.
You can't slap it, nothing. Right.
That's why they had the white on it, so they could, you know, count the points. But they need to go back to that. It'll probably have guys like, you know, let their hands go more.
Right.
You know, because unfortunately, like, everybody is, like, back to that Mayweather stuff where they just want to, you know.
Right. They want to touch and go.
Yeah, but that's why I like watching guys like Boots who will sit there and throw a jab at you and then throw that straight hand and whatever comes after that is hell. So
it was actually setting up shit.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully they made some changes. You know, but the thing is that the casual boxing fan wins over the actual, you know, fan.
Yeah. I mean, it's a balance. It's a balance between both audiences.
Right. But yeah, man, that wraps up everything that we speak about.
Yes, sir.
I guess till next time, you know, we can definitely do another one in the future.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds good.
Easy. Yep. All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, man.
All right, appreciate you.
All right, have a good one, man.
You too.